Caitlin, were you up at midnight last night when the clinch officially happened?
I stay up late, so it's not really out of the usual, but yeah, I was up, I did see it.
How did you react? Were you watching the end of those games to see that it became official in the moment?
Yeah, I watched the end of them, honestly. My reaction was I turned it off and I went to sleep. I didn't even check my phone until the next morning. That's kind of when I had the most messages and stuff, so definitely cool, especially like before we really, it doesn't have to come down the wire for us, and I think that's special. Like you can just really relax and play basketball and have a lot of fun, but for us, like, yeah, we accomplished that, but like there's still so much more left on the table that we can do. We can position ourselves better. We get 6 at home to have a lot of fun. Like, you know, these are ones that are very winnable for us. So I think just still going one game at a time that has done so well for us to get to this point, I think that should still be the focus.
Yeah, Coach was saying she hoped maybe a little bit that one of them would lose so you guys could clinch tonight and have it be a little ceremony. Did you ever think about that?
No, honestly, this is like, whatever makes it. I mean, it's all kind of very, very confusing. Like, I didn't even know until yesterday morning that was even a possibility of like, because like there's just so much that goes into it of like us winning and other teams, you know, winning or losing. So the sooner it happens, the better for us, I guess. I mean, yeah, I'm not really into the party, so whatever happens, happens. I mean, you know.
Go Matt, and we go Christie.
Yeah, Christie was saying that she was texting her assistants this morning, so kind of the same question I asked her about what was the most notable interactions that you had with your teammates, with Christie, any of it today?
I mean, obviously, like this is a big moment for this organization. It was the longest, you know, playoff drought in, you know, WNBA history, if I'm not mistaken. So it's definitely a big moment for this place, but at the same time, like I came in with the expectation that this is what's going to happen. Like for me, this isn't like a party. Like, yeah, it's great. I feel like it's a great accomplishment, but like there's so much more left to be done. Like, yeah, we made the playoffs. There's 6 regular season games. I mean, I'm not just happy to be in the playoffs. I think we have the type of team that can win and advance going one game at a time. So I think that's what it is for all of us is like, yeah, celebrate it, enjoy it. Like it is really huge for this organization. Not having been to the playoffs since Tamika was here, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a long time. And I think I'm definitely most happy for Kels. Like Kels has been at this place for 7 years and, you know, has never been to the playoffs. So she definitely deserves this moment. And obviously she's been playing really good basketball too. So she's definitely, you know, helped us earn it.
Go Christine and Scott.
Caitlin, in addition to all this, there have been the awards for you, and like I said it with Christie, the emails kept coming so much, I felt I'd already read one and then there was more. Mm-hmm. What does that mean to you? I realize the team is huge and that's where you are now, but especially with the way things were going, some of the naysayers and the negativity that was out there about you, to have what's happening now. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely cool and special. I feel like I've had an opportunity to kind of adjust and get comfortable, and I feel like I'm starting to play good basketball. At the same time, I feel like there's still so many ways that I can continue to improve and get better for this team. But at the same time, like I felt like Kels probably should have got a little love. I honestly thought she probably should have been Player of the Month. Just what she was doing, and at the clip she was doing it, I think she was like 50, 40, 90 this month, which is really, really hard to do. So I feel very fortunate to play with her, and honestly, I'm not even trying to be corny, like I really think she deserved it. So I think sharing that with her, and I feel lucky to have, you know, kind of a backcourt mate that has been, you know, through this for 7 years and has really helped me and kind of let me flourish, and same with Christie. And but at the same time, it is cool, and you know, I think Christie has definitely allowed me to be myself and kind of, you know, figure out this team, figure out how to be successful, and hasn't really held me back from, you know, kind of what I did in college. Yeah, sure, is breaking some habits and getting used to some things that you do differently professionally, but at the same time, like I didn't lose what made me really good, and tried to bring that here and replicate that for this team too.
It was Scott, then we got a few ones.
Caitlin, given that you said you expected playoffs, they posted where you just said smile before the season. What was the thought with that?
Well, everybody had already written playoffs, so I was like, that's like not even original at this point, because I was like the last person to get my picture taken when we had gotten there. So I was like, I don't really know what to write. Like everybody else wrote playoffs, and like obviously that's my goal. And I felt like, you know, just smiling, and now looking back through everything that's like happened and how this year's played out, I feel like that is there weren't many moments to smile at the beginning, but I think making it through that and smiling and finding the good in every single day and just reminding myself of I get to play basketball at the highest level, I think has, allowed me to be in this moment and be back and take this organization to the playoffs, and that brings a lot of smiles too. But also, like, I think it was for myself, but also for other people, like bring them joy and help them smile and make their day better. Like, I feel like I was able to do that even when we were 1-8, and doing that now as we are 17-16 or whatever our record is. And I feel like when I do that, I not only am a great basketball player, but I'm a great person. I bring joy to other people's lives and bring joy to my teammates. So I think for myself, it was like a reminder of that helps me, do really good things on the basketball court, but even more importantly, off the basketball court too.
Go on Zoom, Mike Vopel, then DJ. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Caitlin. How much is just the fishbowl you've been in now for really very much for 2 years, but even before that, how much did that help? That you've gotten so used to pressure even before the WNBA. Did that help in terms of getting through that first month?
For sure. To be honest, I feel like I'm pretty used to this pressure at this point. Pretty used to the spotlight, and I feel like it's just kind of a challenge for myself, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I would never want that to change. But I mean, like I said, I felt like obviously that start, it really was difficult, but for our group, we never hung our heads. It was something that we continued to rise to the level of what everybody expected of us, but we didn't also care about that at the same time. It was almost, we were able to block out the noise, and that's what allowed us to be really good. It was just a matter of when we were going to figure it out, and certainly that moment has come. It's just continuing that and not letting that go away. Obviously, we're playing really good basketball right now and shooting basketball really well, especially in every basketball player knows that's only going to last for so long. There's going to be days that become a little tougher to make shots. It's what are you going to rely on when that happens? So I think that's what we're going to see, what this team is made of when that day does hit, because yeah, it's great to be shooting, over 40% as a team, but there's going to be games where that's just not happening. That's just basketball at the end of the day. That's just statistics. So, but yeah, I think for myself, you get used to this pressure. I think at times you can definitely feel it a little bit, but you just remind yourself you've been in these moments before and fall back to the confidence of the work that you put in. And I think that's where it always goes to for myself.
Got the last two, DJ on Zoom, then Brad in the back.
Caitlin, question. You spoke about the expectation of getting in the playoffs and winning a round. What is it you want to see from this team to improve on before the regular season ends to actually win in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think there's still so many areas we can continue to improve. I think our defense can be better. Obviously, we gave up over 90 points to the Wings, and we scored 100. And we scored 100 with 20 turnovers, and I felt like we still missed quite a few bunnies too. So for me, that's exciting. If we take care of the ball a little bit better, and make the easy ones around the rim, I felt like we could have easily been over 110. So I think there's just stuff we can continue to do better offensively, improve defensively. Our defense has obviously gotten a lot better. I think we were, the 5th best defense in the league this month, which was, such an improvement for our group after, coming off the Olympic break. And that was honestly our main focus over the break, was getting better at defense. It wasn't always fun during practice, or we just did defense for an hour straight, but you can definitely see it pay off. And I think we're beginning to just work as a unit rather than a one-on-one defenders, and that's what it's going to take for us. I think just continuing to play team defense and relying on our teammates' help is going to be the best thing for us.
Last one, Brad in the back.
Caitlin, watching the team during practice, during shoot-around, there seems to be a lot of fun being had with this group. How has this stretch the last couple of weeks just brought a lightness to this team? Just seems the whole thing just seems to be a little lighter.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun to win. That definitely makes everything better. That makes the coaches' lives better, makes our lives a little better. But also, I think because we're having fun, that's why we are being so successful right now. I think you can tell the relationships we've built with one another as teammates, as friends, that's definitely carried over onto the court, and the way we're playing for one another and the passion we're playing with and the way we celebrate our teammates' success. I think that's the best way to play basketball. And even though this is our job, we want to keep it fun every single day, and I think this group does a really good job of that. And obviously we have a lot of young players that are, good in that regard, and the older players get a kick out of us young people, especially Kels and Ida. They give us a lot of crap, so I think that's the best way to keep it fun and light and not take it too seriously.